In this remake of 1983 classic comedy Mr. Mom, Simone Pegg plays Jack, an audio executive hit by tough times, alongside Nicole Frost, who takes up Terry Garr's role as Caroline, who goes to work while he stays home with the children in this slapstick comedy that's a laugh ahead of its time.
I just figured it out. That's Mr. Mom.
He said Mr. Mom in the beginning. The first thing he said was in this 1983 remake or whatever.
I really wasn't paying attention to him.
It was not Mr. Mom, however, so sorry. But it was The World's End.
Well, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why.
Alright, The World's End. It's directed by Edgar Wright, written by Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg. Stars Simon Pegg, Nick Frost,
Yeah, you need your
Martin
list.
Freeman, yeah, I thought it'd be good. Rosamund Pike, Patty Considine, Eddie Marsan, Pierce Brosnan, and David Bradley. Alright. Yeah.
David Bradley, of course, being...
Walter Frey. But anyway.
Brianna of Tarth.
No. Definitely not, but maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways.
Ned Stark?
Hey, he also has appeared several times in this trilogy, right? The trilogy of
Brian
Shaun
Shannon.
of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and Now the World's End, the Cornetto
Who was
Trilogy.
he in Shaun of the Dead?
I don't know if he was in Shaun of the Dead, but he was in Hot Fuzz.
I know he was on Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, I'm saying he's appeared in this trilogy before.
I-
As have most of these people,
I
actually.
bet he was an old guy.
It's, yeah. Most of the same people have appeared over and over again in these
Wasn't he the... No.
movies. So.
No, he wasn't. For a second I thought he was like the dad, but he wasn't.
No, that was Bill Nye.
That was
Yeah.
Bill
I was
Yeah, Bill
wondering
Nye
who Bill Nye was in this
They
movie.
look like old English
I
people.
kind of thought the voice at the end sounded like Bill Nye. Anyways.
It was.
It was.
Was it? I didn't look it up.
I had to look because I was
It was in the
curious.
credits.
Yeah, when I heard the voice, I was
Bill
like,
Nye in this movie.
I
Yeah.
think that's Bill Nye. But anyways.
We're rambling.
Yeah, we're rambling. So anyways, The World's
Brandon,
End
what did you
came
think
out.
about World's End?
Yes, I'll start us off here. I really liked it, like, a lot. Alright? I was skeptical going in because there was a bunch of hype. All I kept hearing about was how great this movie is. It has like a 92% tomato rating.
Better to go in with low expectations.
Whatever it is
than high
in, whatever it
expectations.
is now, it's like a 92% tomato rating. It's, everyone's talking about how great this movie is. So I was worried that I was going to be too highly anticipating this movie to, find as much enjoyment as I normally would. But actually, this was really good. Like, I laughed a lot more than I thought I was going to laugh because I had been warned going into this that it might not be as funny as you think it's going to be. But I laughed a lot, alright? So, quite a bit of laughs. Surprisingly, I thought a combination of, which is going to sound weird, but the fighting and the effects was better than I was expecting. It made me really want Ant-Man. Alright, just the action sequences, the way they were choreographed, the way they were shot, the interesting things done to them, made me really want to watch Ant-Man.
That's weird, I guess.
Well, Edgar Wright's going to do Ant-Man.
Is
when it
Simon
comes out.
Pegg going to be...
So I was...
Has Hideo confirmed this?
Well, Marvel has confirmed it, and he's confirmed it.
Okay.
He did a test shoot. It was at one of the Comic-Cons or whatever, and they showed it.
I saw a picture of him, but then I thought that was like they hadn't confirmed.
And for
it.
years they've talked about
Yeah.
him doing it.
I can't remember if it was rumored. Is Simon Pegg going to be playing Hank Pym? Or is
No, that was just the picture that he had with him pointing to the thing. Because he did a new one where he's pointing at Batman. So, or something like that. So
He's gonna play Robin.
Yeah. So anyways, but that's off topic. But anyways, I kind of looked at this kind of as, let's see how Ant-Man's going to be. And actually I think it's shown a lot of growth. I think these movies have actually, maybe gotten better with each one. Shaun of the Dead is a great movie. Hot Fuzz was better, and now I think this might be better than Hot Fuzz. I just think it was a well-paced movie, where Hot Fuzz was a lot of back-end loaded, like the end of that movie was where a lot of the action and stuff was, and then it was maybe a little slow in the beginning. This movie I thought was paced a little better. We get into it, and then we have like action sequences spread out a little more. These are my opinions. You can disagree when we get to your section or whatever. But yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought there were some really cool shots. I mean, there was a lot of the quick cut, close up on an image of doing something, the Edgar Wright staple.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that, and it works. I mean, it works. I thought the performances were good. I thought everyone in here really showed up. I think even in the more dramatic scenes.
Everybody showed up.
No, I mean they didn't like just phone it in and go, let's have a good time and we're friends and all that kind of stuff. Because you know these guys are all hang out,
Yeah.
good friends and everything. But no, even in the dramatic moments, the more serious or supposed to be serious moments or whatever, they worked for me, right? Like I felt as though, hey, this is good stuff, even if it wasn't a comedy necessarily. These guys did pull off more range than you give them credit for, at least than you normally think of them. But yeah, I really liked it. And
Do you really think of Patty Considine a lot, though?
No. I threw his name on there because he was one of the main five.
I know. There's like they all like. I don't know what any of most of those guys were.
I know.
I have no idea who they were.
I know. Well, you know
old
the name.
English guys.
You know three at least, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, come on.
Who doesn't remember Rosamund Pike?
I remember Rosamund Pike.
She looked familiar.
The Surrogates.
Yeah.
And other stuff that
She
I
did a
can't
few
think of right now. I wasn't prepared for that question, so yeah.
Not to throw you off your game. Keep going.
But at least I named the Surrogates.
Big
so
year.
bam, I had something.
Big
All
Year
right.
comes to mind for me.
Oh, I never saw it.
She was Owen Wilson's wife.
Oh, that movie looked terrible to me.
Wasn't bad.
So.
Wasn't bad.
Alright, anyway.
Good
Now
time,
we're
baby.
talking about. So I really liked the
Anyway.
movie. I thought it was great. I think it's up there this summer in terms of the better movies we've seen. All right. So that's what I thought. Enjoyed it a lot. So, Josh, what did you think now that you kind of muttered and grumbled and stuff at some of the things I said?
I muttered and grumbled a lot about what you said about Hot Fuzz.
Okay.
That's where
I didn't say it was. I said it was a little slow
Right.
in the beginning. Like it takes a while to get to the action
But,
stuff.
It wasn't really slow in the beginning.
Hold on. Here's the thing. Just a quick aside. Hold on. Quick aside about Hot Fuzz before I get in this review, because I really liked Hot Fuzz and I liked it.
like Hot Fuzz a lot. Like a ton.
Yeah, I know. But the reason why I like it is the way it was paced.
Really?
Because and the way they used the trailers, they made the trailers look like it was going to be a buddy cop action film, in like a town with something creepy happening.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they paced it like it was normal, boring police stuff, everyday
Yeah.
stuff for like 80% of the movie, and it's all just build up to the last 20 minutes of the movie where completely like it flips around like how cop stuff is. Like they're always showing guys like Bad Boys. They're always
Jumping
around,
in the air while
doing all that
yeah.
stuff, and then you have a movie that's just boring police shit all the time with some jokes, and it's funny, and there's like an overarching plot. But then at the end, when they just fully reverse what the whole movie was about and just become the movie they've been parodying the whole time.
Yeah.
That's why I like that movie so much.
We're not
because
reviewing Hot Fuzz.
I know we're not.
I know what
It
you're
was never
saying.
slow in the beginning.
But that's why I don't consider it a slow movie because
I understand
Yeah,
what
a lot of good jokes in the
I
beginning.
understand what Hot Fuzz was doing, but maybe I just thought
Okay.
it could have been paced a little better, and maybe could have thrown like a hint of that acting. Like I don't know. Anyways,
Anyway.
different expectations.
Anyway,
It was a
like
comedy
anybody's.
and
It's not a word.
Different opinions.
Anyway.
It's fine. I accept your opinion. Okay. So.
I don't like yours, but I guess I'll like that.
Saw that coming.
You don't have to like it. You just, we're gonna get into this a lot
got it later.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to The World's End, which I, with how much I loved
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz, I was getting there. I didn't know what this movie would bring, because I know it's really great. And it's nice to have a writer, when you write and direct something, because Edgar Wright's style.
Edgar Wright writes.
His the way he directs, it's like his style really works with his movies. He wrote them. He helped write them. So
Simon Pegg writes him with them. But
but it's
at
nice.
least these. I don't think Simon Pegg had
Yeah.
anything to do with Scott Pilgrim or anything.
Right.
But
Yeah.
But it's
that's
really
it.
nice
Yeah.
when you have your own material and you know how you're going to run it, because that's why I really like the direction of these movies. They're really sharp, crisp sort of direction that it has. It's very solid, and it's probably partly because he writes them too.
I feel like his directing has evolved too as these movies
Yeah.
have gone on. Like he's gotten better at saying what he wants to say visually and stuff. And like I said, I thought the effects were a little better before, and I think that comes from working on Scott Pilgrim, maybe. He had a lot of experience then working with effects and stuff, and so he was a little more prepared for it. So that's what I said.
Better
but,
prepared effect shots.
Yeah.
There we go. Anyway, but the movie itself, I didn't know what to expect. I wanted a quality movie. Didn't know if it was going to top Hot Fuzz, and I actually, I think I'm with you. This one maybe a better. Actually, I think it is. I really enjoyed this one more than Hot Fuzz. I still love the fuck out of Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
But this one just.
I don't think anyone's saying those movies
Right.
suck.
You don't
okay?
love Hot Fuzz any less. Just that you just might love this more.
That's it.
possibly.
That's what I would tell my two children, little Joe.
Ted
and-
Mosby style, you're like, Let me tell you something, kids. Hot Fuzz is a great movie.
You're my first child. I love you
I love
always.
you- I love you
but
always.
I kind of love your my second child more than I love
this
you.
one a lot more because it was just it was more hilarious from the start. Like Hot Fuzz did have jokes.
Yeah.
It was a good, entertaining movie that had stuff going for it the entire movie. This one was just like actual, like we laughed a lot. I mean, it was actual like comedy going.
I think we laughed harder too than in
Yeah.
most of those movies. I mean, granted, in Hot Fuzz there were moments where we laughed a lot, but
Yeah.
I'm saying
But Hot Fuzz isn't a movie based all on jokes, but
Yeah.
but it's still mostly kind of like a comedy kind of thing. But I really enjoyed this movie more than I enjoyed Hot Fuzz, and I hate to admit it. I will never tell Hot Fuzz to its face. The copy I own, because it's one of the few movies I own, because I don't own a lot of movies. But I have a copy of Hot Fuzz.
I own Shaun too, Shaun of the Dead. So
I have a Shaolin Kung Fu movie. What was that?
I own a ton of movies. So
Kung
really,
Fu Hustle.
That doesn't,
I have
I own
Kung Fu Hustle.
I own a ton of movies. So yeah,
And Big Trouble in Little Chinatown.
I don't own that.
Well, then get fucked. But
Big Trouble in Little China, not Chinatown.
Yeah, it's not Chinatown.
whatever.
I do own Chinatown. No, I don't know if I do own Chinatown. Actually, I don't think I do.
I
Anyway,
think I
it's not
have
what
a
we're
copy
talking-
of Chinatown.
It's not what we're talking about. Chinatown's a great movie. All right.
Anyway, I wouldn't tell it to its face, but Hot Fuzz needs to know that it doesn't never need to know that its younger brother has usurped it.
Usurped it.
Whatever.
It's the usurper, man, not the
Yeah.
usurper.
It's upped it.
Usurper.
It's usurped it.
Use and then up.
It's usurped it. Because it's upper.
All right.
That's all I got.
All right.
Good.
So-
Performances were all good. Blah
See?
blah blah.
You-
Really good direction.
You seemingly grumbled at what I said, but you
No, I know.
agreed to most of what
I
said,
grumbled
so-
at Hot Fuzz stuff.
Okay.
Everything else you said,
All right.
yes, I completely
All
agree
right.
with Brandon's opinions.
All right.
Up until the Hot Fuzz stuff.
Okay, so
There you go.
the hype train keeps it rolling. Kit, close us out and let us know if you also love
Kids are
this movie.
caboose.
Well,
Movie.
this is pretty much my favorite movie of the year. I'm gonna say. I'm not sure if it's the hype. Not sure if it's the hype of just I saw it recently in the past hour
I know,
or
there's a
so.
lot of hyperbole
But
that happens when you
it
first watch
was
something.
so good. It has like the four things I love. It has drinking. It has comedy. It has sci-fi. It has drinking. And those things I love. And it had everything. And it was a classic Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, and Edgar Wright, trio movie, which, like, as he said, get better and better and better. And,
The Cornetto.
The Cornetto.
Cornetto, yeah.
So, British ice cream treat, I believe, in case you're wondering.
It,
I'm not, but thank you for
They
telling
showed the rapper at the end of this movie.
They did.
So.
It had a perfect cast. I loved every member of it. Like, pretty much, like, Martin Freeman was in it. And I just,
me. Did you really like Eddie Marson?
Martin Freeman, Eddie Marson was the guy who played Steve.
Yeah, he was Lestrade when he.
Oh, sorry,
before
I was close.
Martin
I
Freeman?
actually like
Big fan of Martin Freeman.
Yeah, actually, Martin Freeman's
Martin Freeman is Watson,
Yeah,
and
just
he
Watson.
is
Look,
Bilbo
I just
Baggins.
didn't, I don't
He's fucking
I don't want to
Watson,
use
man.
Patty Considine.
I know, over and over again.
That's
Yeah.
Steve.
Because I have no idea. Who
David
was
Bradley? Huge fan of David Bradley?
I actually haven't.
It was-
I know. Even after the Red Wedding, you have to admit that guy's
The
pretty
movie was
good. The actor, at least. is
the
pretty
movie pretty much like I was laughing my ass off from start to finish.
Yeah.
It was just straight,
Well-
consistent. It had its moments
I wouldn't go
where
that
it
far.
got serious and you really kind of got the feels, but always kind of lightened up. It was
I didn't want the feels to get in the way of my enjoyment of this movie. I'll tell you that much.
I don't think they did.
I
don't think they did.
They didn't like completely. I
'Cause
mean, they tried to nudge them in there, just so you kind of understood.
I think
like,
I was expecting more feels. So
Yeah, that's what I was. I
Like-
kind of thought they would have tried to talk
no
like
spoilers.
make
I'm
emotional
not gonna
stuff in
spoil
there.
it. But the meeting that Simon Pegg was at the very beginning, I was kind of like, "What kind of meeting is that? Is that AA or?"
yeah, I think they want you
And,
to
and
believe it's
then
AA.
by the end, I knew what the fuck it was, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Damn."
Yeah,
Like, that
but
was-
they didn't
yeah.
try to have all those deep
Love
emotional
that.
scenes.
and they didn't
like,
dwell on it.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
I
never
know, they
did,
didn't
and
dwell on
that's-
it.
which was
Loved
great.
loved it though. Thought it was just fantastic.
if this movie had
Um,
more stuff where they did more like dwelling on like past issues and like their friendship and all that stuff, like if it brought more of that up, I don't
And if
think
he
this
learned
would've been
more of
as
a
good.
lesson as
Yeah.
it went on, because I mean, there was a lesson for him to, and I liked the message of this
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Like I understand there was a message here, but it's not like he learned his lesson in the
No.
movie.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
that was the
ending-
kind of weird thing
I
about
love
it.
the ending. I thought the ending
Yeah.
was just fucking.
Like I said, if this movie had more
Most
of
of
that,
the
if
ending,
the-
I'll say.
if this movie had more of that emotional stuff that they tried to put in there, I would not have liked this as much as Hot Fuzz.
I think it could have been good though if they would have had a little more of it.
And just to say, I'm not sure if you guys will agree with me,
Probably.
but I like the style of writing that that Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg do, which is kind of back to front sort of thing. I'm not sure if that's a proper description.
I don't know what you're.
You mean they start at the end and work backwards?
No, it's kind of like they reach a point where, like in Shaun of the Dead, they reach a point of the zombie apocalypse, and everything kind of just progresses like almost the same. Like they still ended up at the Winchester, you know, like and like it was hard to say.
Yes, it is.
It's hard for me to explain.
You mean they set out a plan and then they do that plan?
In reverse almost.
Well, not really.
Like
I
the
mean,
beginning of the movie is almost as like the same as the end of the movie.
But in Shaun of the Dead, he says, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And then they do that. And in this movie, we have the Golden Mile. They're going to go to this bar, this bar, this bar.
Yeah,
and
but
they do that.
Okay, like the opening sequence when he was talking about when they first tried to do the Golden Mile, he talked about in a plan that sort of mirrored the way that it happened.
No, it was.
I see a mirror. And even in Hot Fuzz, I saw a bit of a mirror of stuff that kind of happens. I just see that.
They explain all the action movie stuff, and then it does the action movie stuff.
Well, it does it like a bit too close to what it was. That might just be my
I think
opinion.
we're confused.
I'm pretty sure I could explain it better if I was sober, but that's not going to happen.
No, I won't.
But there's a certain style to the way Edgar Wright does stuff that just I really enjoy.
It's his
Like
stuff.
I kind of look for like little hints of how the movie's gonna go later on, like I would if I start a season of Doctor Who and they mentioned Bad Wolf or they mentioned Harry Saxon or something like that. I kind of look for that towards the end. Josh understands what I'm talking about. I'm sure than you.
No,
do.
I'm exactly
like little Easter eggs almost in the beginning that like
Foreshadow events.
foreshadow events. I guess.
So you like foreshadowing?
But a bit more than foreshadowing.
Okay,
it's more obvious
But
than
that's
foreshadowing.
still foreshadowing.
Okay, it's more. Okay, it's a direct foreshadowing.
For
so.
appearing, not
It's just
shadowing. I don't
very
know.
obvious foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Obvious foreshadowing.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go. Okay,
obvious
that's it.
foreshadowing.
Obvious foreshadowing. He does some
Okay.
obvious
He
foreshadowing.
plants a lot of stuff that plays off or pays.
All right.
Similar
I
in the ending.
I think we spent
I-
too long on this.
And-
what else you got?
I got
Fuck
what
you.
you're saying.
Pretty much. Yeah, this is my favorite comedy of the year. This is probably my favorite movie of the year. Had everything I love in it. If you don't see this movie this year or you don't like it, then why are you even watching this podcast? Pretty much.
Well, I think that's kind of harsh.
That's pretty accurate. We all like pretty
They
much.
are watching it because they wanted to know what we thought of the movie, not necessarily because they loved
If
the
you
movie.
if you saw the movie and challenged this,
You can put it in the comments section below.
Yeah,
We'll
that's an
respond
opinion
to it.
thing.
like, oh, so we need more comments. I need things to read when I'm,
Help us. Help you.
taking the kids to the pool.
Well, you see, kid, first we need viewers.
Oh, so I don't expect anyone to read this, anyone to watch this that I don't know already.
Yeah. Anyways,
Dark.
it happens rarely. All right. So.
Regardless, took it to a dark place, which is where World's End took it for a little bit. And anyway, fantastic movie. Enjoy it. Take it away, Brennan.
Well, I guess that's pretty much what we had to say individually. Overall, I think we all really loved this movie. Like, it's one of our favorite of the year. For Kid, it is his favorite of the year. I haven't determined that yet. Do you have any?
I don't. What was my previous?
I think it said Elysium.
Elysium was really sweet, but actually, and you mentioned having just seen the movie.
Yeah,
there's that hype.
It
Now
can
that
change.
I've come down on Elysium, now that I haven't just seen it isn't really. I really like Two Guns. Two Guns was really sweet.
Yeah, that was the one I missed. And
You missed it, so obviously there's no review for it.
It's only because I don't want to be spoiled.
That's basically it. But Two Guns was really good. But actually, you know what? I think this might be my favorite movie of the year too.
I'm gonna
right now I'm saying it is.
Yeah, but it could
maybe
change.
like tomorrow.
Maybe
when I'm,
we'll do a
thinking
video
about it later.
Maybe we'll do a video at the end of the summer.
But I don't.
Top 10 movies of the
Oh
summer or
god,
something.
Simon Pegg was awesome in this movie.
No, Simon Pegg's excellent in this
Simon
movie.
Pegg's awesome.
Nick Frost
Yeah.
is really good in this movie.
They're always really good.
Yeah.
This
hasn't had a drink in 15 years. Oh, you must be really thirsty.
I love the part when he punches the glass at and for the door.
He's
That
like,
was
we got
so
to
great.
fucking veteran.
Yeah, great subtle stuff too.
Looks
that
like
was
you
really-
need an appointment with Dr.
So, anyways, go see this movie, please, because Edgar Wright movies don't usually do very good in the theater. So yeah, go see this movie, and then you can make your own opinions, and you can write them in the comments for kids' pleasure. But anyways,
I get pleasure out of it too.
yeah, we'll all enjoy it. But
I honestly
anyways,
don't read the comments. Just like, I don't even look at these
you don't
videos.
even watch them. Okay,
Yeah.
so anyways,
It's a surprise to me.
it's a
Well,
great
I've seen
movie.
it,
Go see it, and it's a great way of resisting boredom.
I feel like I'm the Nick Frost of this group.
Stupid!
I feel like I'm the Nick Frost of this group. Push through. Josh is Simon Pegg, you're Edgar Wright.
I'm the writer-director of this group.
Yeah,
I don't
there
know
you
what
go.
that means.
I don't know.
That makes
either.
sense to me.
I don't even know what it means to be Simon Pegg.
You know,
By the power of Grayskull.
By the
and shit
power
like
of grace.
that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm Scotty.
It means you're
Yes,
adaptable.
you are
That
Scotty.
means I'm White
I
Jordy.
think it is
I
you're.
fucking love Jordy.
I think you're adaptable.
I'm White Jordy.